Hello, welcome back to Nimi's Guard. Yeah, alright. Let's continue. This should be the correct save. Okay, so last episode we finally finished World 8. That is a big milestone. And so by finishing World 8, we have unlocked this new level called the Meadow. Yeah, this one's interesting. So here we just have a free clue. Clue is reveal. And that gives us all of this. So it gives us a list of a list of symbols and the corresponding number. Again, I'm gonna screenshot this. I'm pretty sure I've solved this puzzle before. Sorry. Yeah, I have solved this puzzle before, but I'll try and solve it again when I get all the clues. Right now, I think we have a total of actually 11 clues? No. We don't have 11 clues. We have 8, I think. Well, we have at least 8 because the 8 worlds gave us 8. I actually don't remember where I left the other clues because I don't know. I put them. I thought I screenshotted them, but it turns out I don't think I did. It's okay. They're all saved in this playthrough anyway. So yeah, we have some clues here. That's basically all we have. This level is just to tell us what the clues mean. This level will be this level will be pretty important in telling us how to solve the clues. But until we get all the clues, I won't touch the clues yet. I'll just screenshot them and save them. So yeah, with that, it's time to move on to World 9. That is World 10. So yeah, World 9, Frigid Summit. Okay. So yeah, I think most of the levels in here will remain unchanged, but there will be some new stuff, so pretty excited to see what this is all about, I guess. Yeah, pretty sure we've seen this level before. So laziness, Nimi is you and lazy. That, well, lazy just means I can't push things. That's really all lazy does. But this will have some implications as well. Here we have idle plane is turn, so we have to use the plane's movement to help us here. I cannot leave on the rock, but I can use the plane to help me. So by turning here, I get the plane to push the rock out. Oh. Push the rock out. You know what I should actually do instead? I'm gonna have the plane not be make me not lazy. That's gonna be a lot easier. Yeah. And I think that's just a free win for us. Alright. So yeah, this level basically just teaches us that word in particular. Level 2, slippery ice. This is another word, I think. Yeah. So ice is slip. Ice is slip basically means once you enter a piece of ice, you'll keep moving in that direction until you exit ice. And this will happen regardless of your movement. Like here, I'm trying to move left and right. They do not work. I can only move forward. I also can't move backwards. I can only move in that one direction. So yeah, by having rock be still though, let's see. I can turn rock is still while it is moving across the ice, and that will make it still. And then by unstilling, the rock basically loses all its momentum, so it doesn't slip anymore, and having rock is stop, it gives me a stopping point, allowing me to enter that area and win with a flag. Yay! Oh, this doesn't have an extra. This one used to have an extra, didn't it? Something that used the counterpart to slip. But I guess it's not here now. So that's interesting. Alright, level 3, line of communication. Okay, so ice is slip and still and defeat. Skull is sink and save. So, oh, okay, well, firstly, yes. When I go there, I die because, you know. What? Yeah, when I go there, I die because ice is defeat. But when a bird goes there, it will slip forward and it will eventually end in the skulls, which destroys it. So yeah, I don't want to do that, clearly. I want to get the wind text in and out, actually. So here's a question. If I turn cloud... If I push cloud in and I tally it across, will I retain momentum? I don't think I will I? Okay. So let's push the cloud. Let's push the cloud. Let's do it about here. Actually, it's gonna be proud to see. How do I do this? I guess I can use a piece of text. Let's use a piece of text to help us visualize this. So if cloud is moving across the ice and it becomes telly, and I push in a piece of text, will that text... Alright, of course that text will tell you back. Let's say I do that. So the ice... sorry, so the cloud... Yeah, so the text also slides across, interestingly enough. I wonder why that is. Because right now, doesn't the text technically have no momentum? It's technically not moving left or right in this case, it's just being teleported. But surprisingly, it does move along with the cloud for some reason. And it slips into the skull. Interesting. Okay. What I think I want is... what do I want? I've solved this before, but I'm pretty sure I cheesed this level, I think. From what I remember. So I have a bird, I have cloud. I can actually convert one to the other and make that tally instead. So I can have technically 3 teleport objects. But I don't know if I want that. Let's say I don't know, how am I even gonna get the wind text out? I guess it's the interesting thing. Because it seems like just the ice is completely defeat. I can't do anything in here. It has to be just with these objects. So what? This looks near impossible at this point. Maybe I can teleport a bird over. Yeah, okay, maybe I can teleport a bird over by doing this and then having cloud become telly laterwards. I'll teleport a bird over and maybe that will allow... Okay. So let's see here. How about something like that? So now, okay, the bird moves down, which is interesting, but okay, so if the bird moved up, it would slide all the way up there, right? And I think that's what I want. So we need the bird to maintain an upward direction. Then the cloud goes in and then teleports the bird at this point. That will cause the bird to slide upwards. And if I make the bird a cloud now, that will allow a teleportation to occur. Yeah, okay. And now I can just wait on the cloud. Okay, that was interesting. Definitely not the most trivial. Definitely not as trivial as I made out to be in the original, I think. I think the original... In the original, I did not do that. So yeah, I probably cheesed it. Or maybe I did, I just forgot. No idea. Alright, level 4, on patrol. Inspired by Kawasaki. This level. I think I've seen this before. So we have lazy again. No slip this time. We have wind is one way. So this wind is one way. Once I pass through, I can't come back. Stop is in there somehow. I can enter and win on the flag, but I do need... Ooh, I do need to set this statement, but this statement will also block me from winning on the flag. Okay. I can start by pushing the plane around. I think that's our first move. Definitely. And it seems like definitely I want to set it up so that the plane sort of like eventually pushes in the is text into place. But I think I want to make plane is move and lazy. Yeah, okay. I want to make plane is move and lazy, and I think the interesting thing is I want to barricade it between these. So by having it be move and lazy, the lazy will prevent it from pushing, and when I break that statement, the plane will not be able to push any of the text. So yeah, it basically gets bracketed between. I have to leave the push text here because otherwise the plane will get trapped in this area down here, which I don't want. Okay, so now by breaking the statement, I can walk in and I should be able to win on the spot. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Alright, that was neat. Ah, level 7 is even more slippery. That's the one that's the extension of slippery ice. Yeah, we'll come to that later. I understand why it's labeled as level 7 instead of an extra of level 2. I think if you look at it, the design is very similar to level 2. Yeah, well, it's somewhat similar. But it is, I think, infinitely more difficult, which is why it's pushed so far forward. Alright, let's do level 5. Rabbit hole. Ah, directional text. Haven't seen you in a while. I think the last time we saw you was... Actually, no, we did see you in World 8. One of the unstacked levels had you in it. Okay, yeah, I did mention, I think, in one of the previous videos, I like it when this sort of like new mechanics recur in worlds. It is very, very satisfying to see that this is back here. Alright, so we have Ice's Slip. Bunny over there allows me to win. So I probably need Bunny is you, actually. So, yeah, okay. Unfortunately, I can't push you out right now because, yeah, I get slipped all the way in. I could put something in here to help block and let me push stuff out. But I might want to do that later, otherwise I risk losing a piece of text. Right now, I do have some text, some ice to work with, and I can push them around. I can move in directions. Ah, okay, I think what I want to do is set a timer. So the carrot will change my direction and allow me to slip in different directions. So this is, I think, not well known, but let's see if I can set this up. I'm just going to make a long line of ice here. If an object slips and changes direction, it will actually change its slipping direction as well. So for example, let's say I want this to be vertical. I want to make... Let's see if I can demonstrate this properly. So I will be able to make carrot is right when I move right. Like so. And the carrot will slip rightwards. So yeah, not a very well-known mechanic, I would say. Especially at this point, if a new player plays this, they probably would not understand that this can happen. I think it's okay though. I think the directional text sort of implies some directional shenanigans going on. So yeah, all that is to say is that people should eventually sniff this out. So what I want to do here is eventually have the carrot I need to slide in here, then change direction at the right time. But I need the carrot to move? Okay. How will I do that? I need to make Nimi is down, I think. Or Nimi is up. Yeah, I need to make Nimi is down or Nimi is up to be able to push all the text up from here. So at this position, I need to be down or up. Oh, is that true? Hold on. Let's just test this out. If I didn't even have the caret prime that statement, I just made Nimi is like up, for example. Would I just be able to walk through like this? No, I will slide out. What if I made myself face down instead? I won't be able to move around like this because I slide into the wall and nothing happens, so the game doesn't really push me anywhere. At this point, can I move up? I can. Alright, so that gives me that piece of text pretty easily. That's interesting. So I don't need a caret for that, but I might need a caret for this next step. So quite obviously, the flag is win here implies that I need bunny is you. That's really the only way I can obtain movement here. And ice is push. So when ice goes onto an object, the object does not slide, right? Yeah, because that object has no movement to begin with, it doesn't slip anywhere. Instead what I want is... I think I want text on caret to be facing right, so I can push it horizontally here. So yeah, text on caret is right. I need to put the caret in the right spot first. I like that we're using a caret because it's like the bunny's food. This caret is nowhere near the bunny though. And by having an ice here, what happens is that any text on this piece of ice that slides or slips, sorry, will have to move right instead. And so I should be able to do this with, honestly, just 3 pieces of ice should be good enough, right? Yeah. So text on caret is right. And I just push the entire statement down, the entire statement turns right. Oh. Ooh. That's not nice. Okay, I don't like that. So there's a order of operations nonsense going on here. Oh no, priority nonsense going on here. What happens is that while the U does in fact turn right, as you can see here when I'm, idle, the U text sort of wants to move right. It has this sort of like little bump in the rightward direction. The is, I think, acts first and pushes it down before it can do that. So unfortunately, there is an issue there. And yeah, only the Nimi text actually that is a problem. Oops, I guess. How do I fix this? Honestly, I have no idea. How would I fix this? Is there any other way I could do this? Maybe I go vertically? If there were only one piece of ice, I don't think that would work, right? Because I lose control a bit too early. Yeah, I think I lose control way too early. So the sentence breaks before I can do anything about it. I guess surprisingly enough though, this doesn't preemptively push the U-text down. Yeah. But if I had maybe like 2 pieces of ice, I think that would be a problem. So somehow I need to use the rest of the ice here. Yeah, I'm given like 9 pieces of ice for a reason, right? Yeah, so 2 pieces of ice breaks because the text on top slips down before the text at the bottom. Okay. Let's say I went the other direction. Would that change anything? No, it would not. That is an issue. I have another idea. That other idea is that text will slip I guess from this point. Although I'm not sure if that would still let things work. I don't think it would. Don't push too far. Like there's still some slipping going on top. So I think this also breaks. Yeah, so this ice here slips down too far. And any stacking of this slipping will prevent this from happening, from working. Oof. Okay. Well, then what? I'm trying to see if I can think of any other like mechanism that would also let me bend this text horizontally or rotate this text horizontally. It doesn't seem like I don't think I can think of any right now. Because I can't change slips. Maybe unless I start from the bottom. If I went bottom up, maybe that would be fine. But the problem is that I can't quite do that because of this ice over here. Maybe I can push out some of the ice using a carrot. Let's try that. So I push in the carrot. Ooh, no, because... No, that doesn't make any sense. I'm thinking of doing this and then having the carrot face up after a while. But I don't quite see what that would do. Because that would just, you know, move it up, I guess. That wouldn't change anything. I mean, okay, if I restarted, I'll notice that, like, I can push up from here and have text slip right at this point. And if we assume slipping has a priority going from top to bottom, then I think it will work at this point. So, can we try that? Let's try that. So, let's see if I can demonstrate this. Ice is push. We have a piece of ice there. Text on carrot. Let's just do text is right at this point. No funny stuff going on, I guess. And then we chain a bunch of text pushing upwards. Will that allow the slip to occur normally? Yeah, so this would work going up. And I'm thinking that this could be good if I could get it to work with something moving up here. The problem is that I think I have too many is's that I need. I need 3 is's. Or 2, I think. So I need the text is right to turn it right. And then I need the carrot to be the different directions. So I need like Nimi is down. That pushes text out. But once I push that text out, I can't push it back down properly anymore. So I'm wondering if this is even doable at this point. I need like text to change directions. I need everything to change directions here. I also have a lot of ice that I haven't used. I don't know what this ice could even be for. Okay. Maybe I can... Okay, maybe what I can do, what I can do is move the entire statement horizontally left or right first. So because we know moving up works, right? We use the caret to help us. But we can't move the caret more than once, I think, because we can only do this thing once. We can't do it more than once. I was hoping we could do it more than once, but I don't think we can. Yeah, we can't because the caret only moves in multiple places at once. Yeah, if we change the direction of text right now, we would not be able to do this. So what I was thinking is I would do this. I would do caret is push into the right spot. Probably should have done this before the ice. Let's just put it here. Then move the ice, I guess, here. Then we do text on caret is change direction. I guess left. So this should work because moving up I think we know does work. I need more ice. Oh, of course I need more ice. Like that, that should be fine. Oh. Huh, but we're moving right, but okay. Oh no, okay. The other way was fine because there was only one piece of ice as well. Okay, so all slipping breaks because of this. Huh. Okay, so I guess it's just an intended issue that is not a direction like priority thing. This is just a problem. Okay. Meaning my approach would not have worked either. Just straight up because yeah, it just would not have worked. Well then, how do I do this? What? Yeah, I don't actually, I just really do not see how this could be done. If that's a problem. How do I make it so that the text rotates in a proper manner? And why there's so much ice I can use? Slip comes before any directional... Wait. I don't know how slip works, honestly. Slip, the priorities on slip is very weird. Because it seems like sometimes slip prefers one direction over the other. But slip seems to happen to want every direction over every other direction. For some reason. I don't know how that works. The text on caret, I think the text on caret is direction seems to be the most useful way to use this thing. Yeah, that's the only way I can see like this being useful. So text on caret is some direction. But it doesn't work. Well, okay, let's say I actually do try and like sacrifice a piece of text. Because what I can do is after pushing in the appropriate amount of ice, which is, I don't know what the appropriate amount is. Well, what I can do is, So let's just put the caret in like supposedly the right spot. I can sacrifice text. So yeah, that's definitely not gonna work. Let's get the ice out of the way. Okay, then the caret in the way. Then the ice back in the way. I can now just sacrifice the push text. We don't need that anymore, I don't think. And so by pushing this in, I don't actually need to change directions to get out as well. I will get stuck here and I can push up. So by having text on caret is left now, the slipping, I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Because the slipping, I don't know if that works here. Because it doesn't seem to like... Yeah, that's still a problem. It just doesn't work like that. For some reason, the slip... I don't get the priorities. Why is this not... Why doesn't this work, but the other side also doesn't work? It clearly isn't a directional issue then. Some form of slip takes priority over some other form. Is it like slipping off ice is last? Because I'm not moving here at all, I'm just idling. And yet... I don't know. And then this also doesn't work. Oh, it does because right. Because you know. Okay, let's put another piece of ice on. So let's put another piece of ice behind it. I want to see how this works exactly. So I'm just gonna put a few more pieces of ice behind it just to like try and understand exactly how this works. We'll put some ice in front and behind the caret. Okay. Sure. How about that? So text on caret is left. So this doesn't work, right? But I think somehow this also doesn't work. And I'm so confused as to why. That works because there's nothing behind it pushing. So it just seems like a slip that causes a push happens to take place first for whatever reason. And if I change it to be facing right instead, this also wouldn't work. Yeah, what? That's so weird. And does it matter if there's ice in the exit section? Like, does it somehow actually check what the text exits out onto? Like, if it happens to exit, you know, say onto more ice, does that take precedence? Or does it not? So let's say I did this. Okay, let's try and get the push text over now. Let's try and get all the text over. I probably should be like... I don't know. Okay, so let's push you in. Text on caret is right. No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter that there's ice on the next tile that the text would theoretically step on. The slip, for some reason, the slip issue still takes place. I'm confused now. So how else could I ever get something in here? Yeah, I'm just awfully stuck on this one for some reason. I'm wondering if it doesn't matter and if I just need to push the U text in. Because let's just say is there enough ice to do this? Oops. Oh, I know what it is. I remember the solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There is enough ice. Okay, okay. There is enough ice to do something interesting. So because that doesn't work, what instead I have to do is only temporarily have the rabbit have control. Ah, that makes a lot more sense. But, you know, I just find it just really unfortunate that the other way doesn't work. It's unexplainable, is why it seems so unfair. Just here's a solution now. I think we've solved it before. This was my solution in the past as well. Okay, hold on, before that. I have to get this text out first. So yeah, text on carrot is left. What happens is when I push this in, it slides in, and it slides out because on this point it will turn left. So it gives me one... Yeah, it gives me one turn of movement. It actually gives me multiple turns of movement. Because every time I do this, I can actually, you know, move the rabbit. Um, but yeah, every time I do this, I get one turn of rabbit movement. But that works. Yeah. So I'm not sure if, like, the, vertical ice turning thing is like, is it a miracle that it doesn't work? Is it like a good thing that it doesn't work, which forces the solution? Or is it a problem because it's a solution that, you know, doesn't work and also can't be explained? Can't explain it. I have no idea why it doesn't work. The priorities are all so messed up for that. Alright, we'll try one more level. Force through, solution by Kawasaki again. Oh, the clues here. Also bending text. Okay, so rock is lazy, rock is push. Right, so this lazy prevents multi-pushing. Because this rock does not want to push the other rock in front of it. It's lazy. Alright, so UFO and wind on rubble is stable. Where is this UFO and wind, I guess? I guess it's something I can convert. So I can turn rocks into those, I guess. I can duplicate by producing UFO and wind in the same turn. So that should let me produce both. Okay. Actually, you know what? No. I'm sorry. This is a really long level. It looks really big as well. I think I'm gonna work on this next episode. It just looks really big. It's too much of a project for me to do. I will move on to level 6 next episode. At this point, we're already pretty far into the episode, so I don't really feel like doing this anymore. Yeah. You get a quick rant about why I didn't like level 5. Yeah. Okay. That's all there is to this level, I guess. I just did not like level 5. Everything else is pretty cool though. I really thought that Marlo would change level 1. Like, level 1 being a tutorial to laziness, I guess works. But it looks so unshowcasing. Like, it does not seem to showcase lazy at all. It just seems to be that lazy is, you know, it just happens to be part of the solution. Or part of the problem. It doesn't showcase lazy. So I really thought Marlo would change it. I don't have any issue with this level. I just thought Marlo would change it. But it stays in, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, the only one I have actual problems is with level 5. The actual solution is really nice. I like the actual solution. I don't like that my way of doing it doesn't work and is not explained. To be fair, how would you explain it? Or how would you, you know, level it in such a way that it is explicitly prevented? I don't know. I don't know. I really have no idea. I'm just gonna look at it now. Maybe if the ice was already in place and couldn't be pushed. But then the solution become too obvious. I don't know, maybe it is a good thing that this interesting mechanic or interesting interaction is part of the level. Which just goes to show how priorities work. There hasn't been a level like this like ever in the pack so far though, so not sure. Also, just wanted to check line of communication. Uses red. Oh, I thought that was gonna be a theme here. Like laziness uses clouds. And I think all the lazy levels use clouds. Yeah, on patrol uses clouds. We saw that force to use clouds. All the slip levels use red walls, but level 5 also breaks that by using hedges instead. So that's an interesting pattern. Yes, anyway. Oh, I also just realized that's a map icon. It'd be forever to realize. I thought this was a bridge. Like, I thought this icon was a bridge that like arches over something. But no, it's a map that's folded into thirds and then opened up. You know, that makes a lot more sense. I don't know why I'm realizing this just now. But yeah, that's clearly a map that opens up. Why do I keep seeing it as a bridge? I don't know. But I keep seeing it as a bridge for some reason. Anyway, all that extra thought is now out of the way. I can finally end the video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.